think that many of us may have had a smidgen of hope that it wasn't going to be bad, but it seems that our worst fears are now going to be confirmed, and Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is going to fall flat. Another woke disaster from Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy. Indiana Jones premiered at the Cannes Film Festival just the other day, and the reception was, shall we say, lukewarm. Now, Harrison Ford received a Lifetime Achievement Award at the beginning before they showed the movie, and he got a huge ovation, standing ovation, huge applause, which he deserves because Harrison Ford has had quite the career, making many good movies. The first three Indiana Jones movies, of course, Star Wars, The Fugitive, just to name a few. He's been great. But this new outing had nothing to do with Steven Spielberg. Obviously, it had nothing to do with George Lucas. It's Lucasfilm, it's Disney, it's Kathleen Kennedy, and it did not receive the reception that they were hoping for. It sits right now at a 47% on Rotten Tomatoes. It had gotten up as high as 50% when there were only about 9 or 10 reviews. There are now 19 reviews from the critics. And this is probably accurate because a lot of times the critics will shill for Disney. I mean, they will give Disney glowing reviews even if they think the movie is crap because it's Disney. But I think that the times are changing because Disney's just not the powerhouse that they used to be, and it's about time that they start to realize that. A lot of the criticism has to do with the CGI and the de-aging. They weren't very pleased with that. This guy says Harrison Ford finds a fitting end to one of cinema's greatest action heroes. It's a sad and safe ending for a series that once prided itself on big escapades and larger-than-life emotions. So that's a bad one. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is a bold, bright, and blazingly fun reunion. It's an improvement on the execrable, what is that? Crystal Skull. But James Mangold's exhumation of the Spielberg adventure serial is both tame and unnecessary. So that's just some of the critic reviews. I try not to place a lot of weight on critic reviews, but when the critic reviews are bad on a Disney product, then they're probably true. But here's an article from Variety. It got a lukewarm 5-minute Cannes ovation as Harrison Ford says an emotional goodbye. So after the movie was over, it got a standing ovation for 5 minutes. But that's kind of a thing that they do at Cannes. But they said it was lukewarm. It was not. It didn't really come from the heart. It was just something that they felt they had to do. On Thursday night at the Cannes Film Festival, Harrison Ford fought back tears several times at the premiere of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Why was he crying? Because it's over? Or because he knew how crappy it was? This might be the first time he's seen it. A lot of time actors won't see the finished product until it's out and everyone else gets to see it. The fifth and perhaps final chapter, well, it is final for Harrison Ford, even though they're talking about making a Disney Plus series, but he's going to have nothing to do with that. The most celebrated franchises in movie history, no expense was spared as Disney jetted its top executives, including CEO Bob Iger and Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy, to the south of France for the summer action film directed by James Mangold and starring Phoebe Waller-Bridge. What about doesn't star Harrison Ford, stars Phoebe Waller-Bridge. When the credits rolled, the Cannes mustered a muted standing ovation for Indy's latest adventure. Yes, the applause lasted for 5 minutes, but by Cannes standards, that's more of a polite formality. But regardless of how the crowd felt about this film, the biggest cheers of the night were reserved for Ford. Like I said, he won a Lifetime Achievement Award before the movie showed. Uh, let's jump over that. Indeed, the standing ovation for four were louder before the movie played. The film's elaborate action scenes and witty one-liners delivered by Waller-Bridge received a less than rapturous response inside the theater. During parts of the 142-minute film, audience members could be heard whispering out of boredom in French. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny once again finds Ford playing the blah, blah, blah. Fighting the Nazis in 1969. I don't know what the premise of the movie is. I don't know if this Dial of Destiny is some kind of time travel device. I don't know if the flashbacks that we see are actually just flashbacks of Indy's remembering things from previous events in his life, or maybe he goes back in time with this Dial of Destiny. We don't know yet. But apparently the movie was not received very well. So this is just yet again another failure from Disney's Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy. She just can't seem to get it right. And I think a lot of it had to do with including Phoebe Waller-Bridge, something that nobody really wanted. Excuse me for a minute. We have a new puppy. She just drank my eye drops. Something that nobody really wanted in Phoebe Waller-Bridge. But then again, nobody really wants anything that Disney's putting out these days. They definitely aren't excited about the upcoming shows that Disney has slated. They're not excited about the upcoming movies that Disney has slated. And that's all there is to it. Kathleen Kennedy is a joke and a failure, and why they let her remain as president of Lucasfilm, which used to be one of the biggest movie corporations or movie making studios on the planet, is beyond me. So Indiana Jones comes out on June the 20th. I'm not planning on seeing it in the theater because I don't really care about it. It's a shame to say. I rushed out to see Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which was unfortunate. Haven't watched it since. In the old days, I would have rushed out to see any Indiana Jones movie, but not anymore, and that's what's sad about it. So I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you are planning on seeing it in the theaters, and I will talk to you next time.